Hello, my friend.
Hello, Toli. It's been a long time.
Haven't seen you like for a month. I really miss you.
No,
right
I
now.
miss you too.
I really hope that we'll meet soon.
I hope so too.
Maybe in July. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, let's start our tough interview because our fans and our haters is waiting for answers from us. Yeah, because of our performance from Spring Split and from MSA. So, let's start it with the most important question. What did happen with the team in Spring Split and which problems did you face?
We went into Spring Split thinking that we had a really good basis from the World Championship before, because we performed okay or good. We made top 16, won against Supermassive, who won against Mad Lions 3-0, and they won against Mad Lions 3-2, so overall our level was pretty decent. Then we had the pretty tough group, to be honest. I think the games against FlyQuest were winnable, but yeah. So, and then we kept 4 of the players and only changed Gadget. So the expectation was that only by Noman's Anna, Santas and Boss we would be already such a strong team that we can find an AD carry that provides a little bit more or different than Gadget, and it will help us reach a higher ceiling and be better. What turned out then is that Froppy is a good player, but it was difficult to perform better. I think that the rest of the team also didn't step up to the point where they could carry games alone, and it even got so bad that we lost against CPT when we played with Logic. And I mean, almost whatever AD carry we have, just by the veteranship that Noman's Santas, Anna and Boss have, me included by the way, we should just win. So we had a really tough talk at this point about what the expectations are and like why I come to Russia and what Unicorns of Love wants to achieve, and how I did not feel that there was enough push, especially from the changes we made going into Spring Split, and also changing, from Froppy to Logic for the Russian communications, and then people should be playing stronger. I didn't feel that was happening, so I got really frustrated, rightfully so. And yeah, at this point the team started performing better and we had a really good final where I think we played well. So yeah, that was kind of the situation in the spring. I think some ego was developed. I think expectations were high from my side, but I think again justified because we had a good spring split, good world showing, and we did changes in the team that everyone agreed on and should have been beneficial for us, but it did not work out that way. So yeah, it sucked a little bit for Froppy. Froppy is an amazing guy, extremely nice, but yeah, we changed to Logic when we saw that the Russian communication was missing and people felt more comfortable doing it, and Froppy was fine with the change to help the team because Froppy is just a good team player. And yeah, so we won the final and then we went into MSI. And yeah, that's a different story.
Okay, about MSA. You know that a lot of people point at our draft, so why our team wasn't ready to play MSI meta. For example, Jace, Rumble, Morgana, Lee Sin, and etc. There are a lot of picks.
We kind of were. I mean, I'm not too sure. Like Lee Sin, okay, I understand, but Jace was something that we played on top side and also on mid lane. It was just not working that well for us. We played Morgana, likewise. It was not a problem. I mean, it's nice to take notice of it, but in the end, we played what we discussed would be the highest chance of us being successful and winning. The reason why we couldn't play those champions, or like didn't play it or didn't feel that strong on it, is because when we performed the scrims or we discussed the champion potential, people, like the players, just didn't see it like that is that strong or didn't feel that comfortable. And at some points we even, I mean, for example, the Rumble situation, right? It's strong jungle. I massively agree. The DPS is high and there's some utility, and he got buffed. But even our first game against the Oceanic team, we won against Rumble picking Nidalee. So, and I think Rumble overall went I don't know, only 30% or 40% win rate overall. So I think people's opinion on draft, although it's not like I do not care at all. It's what we did represented that what our team was capable of and what made us win at the highest. Yeah, had the highest chance of us winning. Sadly, we just didn't have the strength to just win those games and actually do the things we wanted to do with our champions in the games.
And what do you think? Why did we lose to PGG? And why have we banned Amuno?
Why have we banned Amu? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't have a ban, so Amu was just a placeholder ban. And nobody came up because I don't precisely remember, but yeah, it was just a placeholder ban. So there were other ideas as well to ban out, but overall, what we wanted, we already got in the pick and ban, like in the ban phase. But it was difficult. Why we got lost against PGG is like many factors, but overall we just played too bad. I think that was the problem. We weren't really knowing exactly what to do and what to execute. The meta was not extremely comfortable for us because all the flex picks we didn't play that much on different lanes. Like yeah, we played Morgana on jungle, but not on bot lane. We played Rumble, but not much on mid lane. So like it was just difficult. Lee Sin we didn't flex pick either. I think it comes from solo queue practice and player mentality and watching VODs, maybe something like this. And maybe coaches can give more insight on it, but yeah, it just didn't work out in scrims. So we banned a move for that, and against PGG, I mean, we just had less of a plan what to do. When we were in game, very visibly, we didn't know exactly what to do. In the end, we discussed that as well. It's not like our players are stupid or something. Like we explain everything. They're extremely intelligent, and they're very motivated as well to win. So yeah, losing against PGG, I think it was just a mix of us not being ready, and I do think it was also really tough, especially for Lodik and Santos, because Lodik had to finish up his exam at the same time, and didn't have the proper time or the time that he deserves to actually properly prepare for MSI. So that gave a lot of difficulties overall.
Okay, let's talk now about changes in the team. So now we have Argonavt, and the question: why did you pick him? And what do you think, can he compete in international level?
Yeah. So after the split, Lodik wanted to finish up his exams, and there was also Frappy who's still with us, but the English communication is something that we saw didn't work out that well. And we tried out Argonavt and another Russian player as well, and from those choices he was the best. His mentality is great. He is very hungry for this entire experience. He's hungry to win, but he's also hungry to just get the full Unicorns experience, you know, like if possible travel to us, then compete, you know, be together with the team. He wants to improve. Mechanically right now it's difficult to say. The world's level is extremely harsh. People are practicing very very hard. So it's hard to say at this point. All I can say for sure is that he has a lot of potential, and if he can come to Russia as well, I think that would be one of the really important thing. Yeah, so I'm looking forward how it will be with him. But it's always when you take young talent like him, anything can happen. So yeah, I just want to provide him with the best environment possible and like help him grow, because he has a lot of potential.
So what do you think? Is it last change?
The last
The
change?
carry change? Yes.
Overall?
in our team.
I mean, we have a contract with him for 1.5 years, right? So I hope so. I mean, none of the changes we want to do is because it's like, you know, we are doing changes because we really want to win, and we don't want to disappoint anybody, especially not ourselves. Not holding a trophy or like not winning games is just a feeling of pain, you know, like not being good enough. So by all costs we want to avoid that, and being able to raise the cup is such a satisfaction for all the hard work we put in. So we're very motivated. We're not doing changes because for the fun of it. We're doing changes because we want to win. and I will always like make sure that that the players that are in Unicorns of Love and Unicorns of Love overall is the best team. And sometimes it's just not the easiest decisions or whatnot, but I mean that's why I'm head coach, right? Because I will do the decisions for the team, and I have to take responsibility because nobody in the team will stay if they don't have a feeling that my priority is for us to win the games.
Okay. So, one question from our haters. They think that our team hasn't improved for a year already.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing new from draft, from game style, and etc. So, what do you think about it?
I mean, I can see their point. Depends on how you want to shed light on it, right? We had changes on the AD carry position, so a lot of the changes were how do people talk with other people and motivate each other, and how can we work around it. So we did improvement in that. It was just a more tough time, you know. That we had a good performance in the 3-1 final and then reached Worlds MSI as well was a great feat too, especially with, you know, Logic having not much time to practice and how difficult it was for us to adapt in the meta. How people didn't adapt on the meta, we discussed that as well. There's different train of thoughts, but yeah, I do think it's a little bit not working as hard as we should, and taking it too easy, developing ego, and thinking like, you know, because we went to Worlds, blah blah blah, like I'm this kind of player or this kind of person, so I don't have to do that much. I think that hurt us a lot, and we discussed that afterwards, MSI as well. And I do feel right now people said what they want to do and what they're willing to do and what are the changes. So we'll perform better in the future. So people will play more solo queue now. I will give more responsibilities to the people to self-improve as well, or like they will get the kind of practice that they would like. And I wanna, I want them to grow from that, and we have this kind of open communication now. So overall, this year will be interesting in that regard. So maybe we can improve in that way. How we didn't, I think we improved in some ways. I think Boss overall as a person grew. He's more vocal. I think Norman starts to grow into a leadership person as well, but he has stuff to do as well. So, and I think for Anna, I can work better with Anna in the future to do something. And Santos just had a hard time because he had to always work with different talent. I think overall it's just, in my eyes, people didn't work hard enough, didn't think that it was important enough for them, and didn't do the changes necessary for that. And we were too lazy and developed too much either. It would have been better if there was a problem or something arises, people are just talking about it instead of, it bubbling up until MSI. So I think it was a learning curve. I think people got better. It just takes time, and sometimes the meta suits you better, sometimes things just click better, so you instantly have the results, and sometimes you just, have to work, and then you'll get better eventually.
And last question about team. So, which goals do you put in front of team for this summer?
Win the summer and have a great performance at Worlds.
Which place do you expect?
For Worlds? I have no clue. I mean, I have literally no clue because we had the tryout phase right now and our scrims are starting in 3 days. So making any kind of expectation at this point is ridiculous. So and also the way that we're practicing will change. So just so many changes are coming in. So anything can happen. Expectation for Worlds, there's absolutely nothing. That we should win LCL is for sure. But it depends.
Do you think it will be hard, this summer split?
I think it will be different. It doesn't have to be hard. I think it's, there will just be some changes overall in the team. And then people have to do certain things, like try to develop themselves, see the weaknesses we had at MSI, and learn to overcome them. So I think that will be very interesting, how we will manage that as a team. And I will try to support them in a little bit different way, and I will see how that works as well. So this summer split is probably, structurally speaking, one of the most interesting splits we'll have.
And last interesting question about LCL.
Mm-hmm.
So more and more players is leaving from LCL. What do you think? And is coming for this region or no?
super difficult to say as well. I think the things that CIS region can offer right now is a little bit limited because we don't have a studio where we are playing and everything is online, so you don't have the interaction with the fans directly. And I mean, honestly speaking, we'd really love to meet you guys and just be in the studio and have the kind of feeling, you know, of like it's actually something real that's happening. So I'm missing going to the studio too. And then the salaries are good in our team, like extremely good for the CIS region in total. So it's difficult to compete with, I don't know, North American academy teams even, because they're getting ridiculous kind of investments like TSM 210 million sponsorship for FTX in the end of their name, which is not even, you know, which is barred from Riot events. So, you know, it's just difficult to compete with that and have something interesting. I mean, what we can offer for sure is in the CIS region on our team specifically is just the kind of expertise. I think our structure is one of a kind. I do think we have, you know, Envy is definitely one of the best managers, if not the best, and even from the people I've worked with, and assistant coach amazing. I do think I'm capable as a head coach, and I think totally you're one of the best media people, for sure. And I think Tukan is one of the best analysts, if not the best analyst. So I think there's a lot that we can provide that makes you from a good player to an amazing player. So yeah, I feel confident in our strength, and I think the CIS region is something that my sister will talk overall and try to make it as interesting as possible. I don't know what the plans are from Riot overall, but as it stands right now, I have not heard anything about the end is coming or something. Personally, I celebrate our Russian fans. I think the CIS region, even if, you know, I like the memes, you guys are a little bit more harsh, you know, like crass. You like it extremely funny, and you know, you're sometimes a bit hard when we're losing, but I have to say that hard when we're losing, I don't know, like honestly speaking, totally, I don't feel like we have that many haters. Even when we started playing not that well, yeah, there were some comments, but I think for Russian standard, it was like, I don't know, I felt so good reading through our comments from the people, so thanks to everyone who supported us, you know, like, we read through that, and I think our community, our Unicorns of Love fans from Russia are amazing, so yeah, I think as long as that is there, it's difficult to imagine that CS does not exist. As long as, you know, you guys and us, we enjoy it.
Okay, Sheepy. Thanks you very much for this interview.
Yeah,
maybe like two, three words to our fans, haters.
To the haters, I mean, I don't have much to say to the haters. I don't think haters are really interesting. I mean, it's cool, you know, but like, give some positive energy, you know, like, if you're frustrated yourself about something that we did, try to see that it's not like meaningless for us. We're still trying our best, and it's not a joke or anything like this. We're you know, I always said from the beginning that my goal is to win worlds, and I've been working like a mule, just over and over, like grinding myself out for the team. So just see the kind of work that we're putting in, and that it's not always working or not always effective. It's not, you know, that's life. You can try your hardest and your best, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. But that's not a reason to be, you know, like to hate or suffocate. So yeah, we'll try our best. To the haters, I don't have much to say. Just to the people that support us and understand what we're doing, thanks so much. We got so many supportive messages, and it means a lot to me and the players. Because kind of the reasons we're doing all of this is not just because like we love League of Legends and so we compete, but it's also because we have people that support us, and it's great to read something after a win or a loss where people say, I like the way that you worked your hardest, it wasn't enough or it was enough, and yeah, celebrate moments together. So yeah, thanks to the supporters.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Okay, Sheepy, and thanks to you for this interview. I hope see you soon, and hope see first results in LCL.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, good
luck.
luck.
Hope to see you soon, Tuli.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you.